The daily intraday review is proudly brought to you by our visual trade journal. It's software for price action traders. It's a visual trade journal, meaning you can drag and drop right on your chart, rate your outcomes, rate your predictions, all on the chart. It's different than anything that's out there. Come and check us out at intradayreview.com. Hello, this is the price action from yesterday for the Euro USD 3-minute chart. It was a spike and bull channel reversal. We had the spike, bull channel, and we reversed. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart to see how this happened. So the last few days we've been in this smaller orange range as a downward broad bear channel, and we broke out of there and we have come back down and done 2 legs down. That happens a lot. We get those 2 touches down again. And then we have broken out of this channel here. This happens a lot after the 3 touches on a channel. You get that breakout. We spiked up and we created this tight bull channel here. It's not a very strong channel, but it is quite tight. And then we got the 3 touches and then we reversed. This happens so often that you get that wedge formation or that channel formation. And on that last overshoot, it fails and comes back down and retests the start of the channel. So that should always be a target when you realize that it's coming back down, that your target is probably the start of the channel. Sometimes it will break down, especially when it doesn't overshoot, when it undershoots, and it will break back up and retest the high and then come back down. And other times, of course, not as often, it will just break through and continue up. But once you're aware of what's going on, your target should be the start of the channel there. So yeah, let's go to the 3-minute chart and take a look at how the trades were for last night. So last night we started off with this channel here, you can see, and we had the 3 touches, and we've had that first strong leg, and then the first bar of the night, I believe, is this bar here. But we've got that second leg down, and that sort of fails to make that second leg, but then it comes back up. If you're aware of what's happening, that you've created a little range here, and you get your range in there. Let me see if we can get this on there. I think last night I did have my line in there, thinking we've started a little bit of a pullback here, and then it kind of failed there, but then wait for this to break above the range, and that is just such a great entry. Once it fails again, you know you're coming down, you have your leg drawn in for the second leg, and now we kind of have an idea that this may channel up. At this point, we've got this strong spike, we've got the 2 legs back, so that's just a phase here. It doesn't mean we're starting a downtrend, it just means we're in a downward phase for 2 legs. So if you are thinking we're going down at this point, once you start to get these bull bars and you break above the EMA, flip your channel around and try and fit it on there, fit the top and the bottom, and then start to look for your targets up the top and things like that. So if you do think that you're going down there, you may not be. So you've got to be quick with your channels to be able to adjust and understand that, oh, I know it's actually going to be channeling up. And then you get this nice first entry long, I guess, a first pullback here on a very strong bullish move. That's a great trade there to take that to the top of the high there. Now, notice that I have drawn the channel in, and then I've drawn this wedge line across the tops. I do that a lot. I'd rather have the whole channel drawn in there so I can see the strength of the channel and how it's playing out. And then I'll just draw, if it's not making it to the top, I'll just draw the wedge line to where it's hitting on. Yeah, so anyway, it goes to the top there. And then we come back down and we do this sort of like a second entry long here. It's quite a long time to get to that, but you want to waiting till you're going to the EMA, and also you're waiting for it to sort of break out and fail out of that rangy price action. So we are looking for it to pop out and then take that first failed breakout back up to the top. And then again, we come down here and we get that back tick below the lows, and you can jump in and then go to the highs, and then you come back down again and you touch the channel line. This one's a little bit trickier to get into because you see so much bearish bars and you're thinking maybe we're heading down. But once you start to get these bullish bars, you should start to think, oh, maybe I can jump on there, but you can only take to the highs. But this is a trade I did take last night. I could just see that we were going to go up again. This is such a strong bullish move. It's another press on this channel side, and I just took it for another leg up there as well. And then again, we have that failed wedge top at the top. We can clearly see that it fails, so it pokes its head right out. It fails out of this range and out of this red line. We double fail, so you can take that trade, and we also fail again on the lower high, which is probably the safer entry. So once you see that, you just enter, and this one just goes all the way back to the start of the channel there. It's a nice trade, and that's the end of the night.